Okay, the live stream should be starting up soon. Please give me a moment to make sure everything's set on up. Let's see. Are the YouTube thumbnails up to date? You know, I did download the new patch, but I'm always a little bit wary whether or not I've actually successfully downloaded it. Oh, there's Dawn of War 2. Okay, YouTube's up to date. Twitch is going. Oops, kick. I forgot to update the kick information. And there's nothing to do. Of course, I'm just going to do Dawn of War 3 because what else do I do? Twitter up and going. Yes, I have one up and going. And now let me check. Your Rumble's going. Rumble is going. Looks like it's going good. Oh, yep, I did download the new patch. And I believe I've downloaded replays for it, though I got a mix of old and new. These replays are dated on the 9th as well as 10th, so I believe this is the current patch. Thank you for letting me know. I believe I have it downloaded. One way to find out. Let me just check my other computer, make sure the stream's going good over there. Yep, looks like everything's good. So, go to get started. Let's do the 2v2s a little bit later. See if it enjoys it a little bit more, but let's go and just make sure. Wait, did I download all the same player? Okay. Oops, I may have downloaded that replay twice. But let's just delete one. And head on to... let's just do this one. Start from the bottom, do about 2 1v1s, and we'll do the 2v2s, and if there's enough time, do another 1v1. That is my basic plan. And one moment as well. Let me go down for a moment. I'm just disabling the OBS stream to free up resources. There we go. Now I think it's good. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn on the right side as the Chaos Lord, we have Naismith. Spawn on the left side as the Farseer, we have... I need to really sit down and look how to pronounce some of these names. Sostennis? I have no idea how to pronounce some of these names. So I got Howling Banshees on the build queue. We do have Chaos Raids, pretty standard build queue for so far. Like you will see, there's a bit of variation for Farseer openers, or not necessarily Farseer, but Eldar. So we may see another Guardian squad, we may see straight into Weapons team or Rangers. It all depends on how power. Guardian squad's kept the power there. Howling Banshees designed for requisition point, going for power here. So yeah, double power immediately locked on in. So likely we're going to see perhaps Rangers or Guardian weapon team next. We do see a second Heretic squad for the Chaos Lord. And now the Farseer is eyeing to capture up the VP. VP being captured by the Chaos Marine squad here. Requisition point being claimed by the Guardian squad. Do we see any power generators? Yes, we do see a power generator there. Power generator point is activated. Not necessarily a power generator at the moment. And start collecting a little bit more power, so we're going to see what energy base, or not necessarily energy base, but power unit. I don't know how to best describe it. Generator operational. And power investment is going to go in. That's probably the best term. Probably poorly still. Not like an articulate a lot of stuff. Chaos Heretics backing on off. Chaos Lord, the Heretics advancing on forward. And now you got the Chaos Lord engaging Howling Banshees in glorious melee. Doesn't anyone of the models there? Or a Heretic squad see quite a bit of damage there. Chaos Marine's getting some good damage there onto the Howling Banshees. May want to detonate another model relatively soon. He's getting quite wounded there. Detonates a model there, falls back. He's prone to being wiped out by, not by the Howling Banshees, but maybe by the Guardian squad, but does not. He does force back both of squads as well. So two of the Farseer squads to deploy force back. Guardian weapon team has been pulled on out, and the Farseer herself falls back as well. So full route for the Farseer. Guardian weapon team may just want to advance forward, but be defensive. It needs the support. It is a support weapon after all. But it's going far too forward. That is a big miss for Allen, not getting whacked by the butts of those bolters of the Chaos Submarines. He needs a full retreat now. He has no reinforcements coming in quickly, as well as Farseer is. But he has this thing quite a bit damaged. He probably just best ignore it, honestly. Heretics could charge forward to hit the Farseer. Still pursuing it. We'll see some suppression from the Guardian's weapon team, or shuriken cannons from back at base, but does not get suppressed. We do have the Aspiring Champion upgrade, as well as the Chaos Lord advancing on forward. And the other Heritage squad is just moving around the right flank, capturing some points. Howling Banshee's Guardian squads and Guardian weapon team is advancing on forward. Chaos Lord maybe trying to hack apart the Guardian weapon team there. Heritage squad may need detonated model on top of the Farseer. Does get knocked around there. Wrong sort of model detonated, but does get the Guardian weapon team tied up melee with the Chaos Lord. Heritage squad does fall back there. Chaos Marines does get some damage there, and the Chaos Lord does go down in the middle of the fight. Full retreat come out by the Chaos Lord. And now we do have the Heretics capture the power point in the mid. And we've got Raptors now being deployed on out.
It is time to add to our war panoply. We must save
Guardian squad moving around. Heretics trying to capture this VP. Right now, the single VP can capture the Chaos Lord. Getting a nice little VP. Taking a lead. Another power generator now being plotted up. That's not a wounded generator. Not yet, at least wounded. Heretic squad received a bit of fire there. We do got the battle equipment there. Plasma grenade does connect, and there's no Aspiring Champion on the squad. Both same bit damage there, down to 39 health. Oh, and I just realized something. Oh, does get the wipe there, the Farseer. I did realize something as well. I have my this all improperly set on up. Doubt. Yep. Sorry about that. I realized I had my camera and everything set up in the wrong spots. Raptors have been playing the field. We got the Guardian weapon team falling back. Where's the actual Guardian models? Where are? Wait, was that sort of exploit right there? The Shuriken cannon was pushed way forward. The Guardian squad members were. Wait, that's not retreating anymore, is it? What is going on here? Hopefully that's not making some sort of exploit right there. If that was on that, I know squad pathing can be a little bit janky in some of these games, especially in Company Wars 2, where you got squads get mixed up like that. But with a Shuriken cannon acting like that, that could be a bit exploity, because it's not the Shuriken cannon needs to go down; it's all the other squad members need to go down. Not sure how it's exactly programmed if the Shuriken cannon gets hit compared to all the other models there, but I'm not sure.
We trust in your guidance.
Seeing how it's just moving around normally like that, it must have been just a squad movement jank. But it's moving around normally now. Guardian squad does capture that VP. We do got the Rangers advancing on forward. It does get some damage there onto the Raptors. Does get it suppressed. May need to fall, or not fall back, but jump. Doesn't get out of the radius being suppressed there. Guardian squad just sprinting away. Raptors do jump over to the ledge. It does deny one of the models there, trying to get some good hits there on the Howling Banshees. Howling Banshees just soft retreating away. They do shot in the face of these heretics, and does fall back now. Does only drop one model, have aspect of fleetness research. First whip team gains good damage there. Chaos Lord advancing on forward. Raptors jumping on in, getting some damage there, so suppressing these forces. And these forces do fall back right there. Chaos Lord is fully withdrawing. He has been redeployed, if that was not made obvious. Got the VP here decaptured. At this point, not being decaptured. The Chaos Lord still has all 500 tickets.
fellow outcast.
We got these forces now pushing on forward. VP is being captured on up. Soon it's going to be a triple K capture in favor of the Chaos Lord. The other VP is right here. And now I do got another power generator from the field. He sells all three of these alive, only one that's slightly damaged. Ever so slightly. And so he's going to eye for a lot of extra power there. We've got tier 2 being researched by both of these players. Of course, there's only been one squad wipe on a Heretic, but it's really minor loss. Heretics are relatively cheap and expendable. After all, they're meant to blow up themselves. And the Farseer has a massive reserve of resources. Look at this. That's a lot of extra energy there. She could go potentially straight to tier 3 if she so wants, but probably be a good idea to go for a Wraith Lord. Fire Dragons wouldn't hurt either. But she has a lot of resources stockpiled up. Chaos Marines Advanced 4 gain some damage there on the Farseer, and now we do have a Wraith Lord on the build queue. It does have cost 100 energy or power. Energy or power? I always sometimes get that mixed up. And same difference, really. I suppose energy is actually the ability bar resource. 50 point now being captured on up. We do not see Pathfinder gear being researched, and now we've got Bloodlords being blown up by the Chaos Lord, which means he may need to go for the Melta guns and the Chaos Raptors to engage the Wraith Lord at the current rate. He could, the Chaos Lord himself could be upgraded with potentially anti-vehicle weapon. Here to snap straight forward. Wraith Lord now pull down the field. Chaos Lord advancing forward. We do have the Chaos Raptors and Chaos Marines here. The Chaos Marines have been upgraded the Eternal War upgrade. And now he's pursuing these forces. She doesn't even really need to engage at the moment other than trying to decapture this VP. All she needs to do is to stall out for the Wraith Lord to advance in forward, because this is a powerful unit at this moment in time. Farseer has been upgraded with the Doombringer, as well as being upgraded the Armor of Fortune as well. The Armor of Fortune can be applied to the Wraith Lord. Howling Bitch is now advancing forward, trying to get some good does shot in the face of these forces, does get them suppressed. Raptors do jump on in, does get some suppression on there on the Guardian squad. Got Doom cast on top of the Chaos Marines. They may want to jump away because it's going to receive a lot of extra damage there, and there's now a big guy swinging a giant sword at them. Does full retreat away now. Doesn't jump away in time. Down to 35 health. 34, slowly going down, but I think he should be able to skip on out of there. Plasma Grenade does connect, knocking back the Chaos Marines as well as getting a model there. And the Raptor squad does skip out of there, only receive one more model drop. We've got Plague Marines now being deployed on out. Eyeing for a bit of anti-vehicle weapons through them. Now we do have the Farseer Bates Force trying to capture this point. This point's still captured up by the Chaos Lord. We've got the Howling Bitch trying to capture it up. Very wounded though. Chaos Lord is trying to gaze the Farseer. Does get a good hit there. The Chaos Lord's trying to not upgraded. We've got Warp Spiders in the build queue. And it looks like the Chaos Lord maybe fully withdrawing, but more looks like a soft retreat. Yeah, it is a soft retreat. Farseer now we're seeing a bit of damage there. Got the Shuriken Cannon upgrade on the Wraith Lord. He's a good range damage to the Chaos Lord. He's down to less than half health, down to less than third health, less than 25% health. And now, I think he's fully retreating now. Lella is teleporting forward, trying to engage the Guardian Weapon team there. Does teleport on in, like Marines advance on forward, trying to engage that Wraith Lord. Good damage on this power generator, that is additional power generator. Armor Fortune on top of the Guardian Weapon team there. Guardian Weapon team may at this point I need to fall back. Needs good hits there onto the Bloodletter. That's some good hits there on the Wraith Lord there, but the Farseer needs to tie up the Plague Marines. And now we do have the Runes of Reaping being pulled on the field. Not sure what the Runes of Reaping does. Raptors do jump on in top of the Guardian Weapon team. Got the Guardian Swarm and Advance Support, trying to get some good damage on in. And now we've got the Wraith Lord ready to engage that Plague Marines up. She gets a knockback of the Chaos Marines down the Plague Marines. And we do have the Heretic squad trying to get a squad right there, but he should be able to skip on out of there. Oh, here Wraith Lord's falling back. Receive quite a bit of damage there. Plague Marines in pursuit.
up with the enemy.
Fires one more missile right there, does get a hit. But he is going to be withdrawing from the region. Does jump on forward, does get some good suppression onto that Ranger squad, does throw some back.
Losing a victory objective.
We are under attack from chaotic units.
And we've got these forces now falling back now. Bloodletters are fully healed, or they need a little bit more health. Now they're fully healed. Trying to repair the Wraith Lord, very nice.
Tell us our task.
And right now the Chaos Raptors have an upgrade of the aspiring champion, which makes it so he does also have a heavy melee weapon, which will be effective for the Wraith Lord. We also got the aspiring champion upgrade on the Chaos Marines.
Hold our foe.
Guardian 17 setting on up, trying to get some good damage. Does get suppression on some of these squads. And we've got this Eric squads with soft retreating away thanks to the Guardian weapon team hard locking this avenue. Do now have the Chaos Lord being upgraded. The armor of the Inferno, which grants him a mid-range artillery ability called Let the Galaxy Burn. As well as applies some health regen. I forget exactly what that was. Chaos Tactics is now activating the ritual there. Trying to charge forward. The Chaos Marines are not upgraded. Chaos Lord advancing forward. Does see Doom. Chaos Raptors charge on in. Does get the Guardian force back. These other models are pretty far away. Looks like the Galaxy Burn was utilized right there. Wraith Lord being repaired on up. And now we got the Bloodletters charging on forward as well. Raptor Squad does fall back. Plague Marines are making their way forward against good damage down the Wraith Lord. Guardian Squad is still getting some repairs on the Wraith Lord, keeping it nice and healthy. And now it does spot the Webway Gate there. It's going to be hacked apart thanks to the nearby Aspiring Champion here to get it spotted. And there goes the Webway Gate. You may hear my drink open up. My apologies. Sorry about that. Yeah, that looked like it blew out my microphone. That was also right next to my microphone. My apologies. I should really be a bit more careful about that, shouldn't I? Power generator, nice to fire there. Does take out one of the power generators. Very nice, but Employee has plenty. She has plenty of power left. Yeah, that's plenty of energy. Also at tier 3. Maybe eyeing for a Seer Council, maybe eyeing for the Avatar War. I'm not super impressed with the Fire Prison myself overall, but got the Arch Truck now raining on in. We'll get some great hits on all these forces, knocking back the Heretic Squad. Heretic Squad down to the 3 models. See quite a bit of damage, but also got the Shrine of Core there, and the Heretic Squad just entirely get wiped out. That Heretic Squad now lost. He may want to avoid any sort of vehicle deployment. Temporary Bloodletters coming on forward, gets good damage on the Guardian's Weapon team. The Guardian Weapon team needs to fall back. The Temporary Bloodletter gets great damage, gets wiped out by the Temporary Bloodletters. And there goes the Temporary Bloodletters and the Shrine. But the Galaxy Burn activated, but Lord's hitting right in front of them, but does get some good knockback there on the Alt-Shark. The Heretic Squad being put on the field, probably won't keep it around for rituals. He's pretty low on requisition as well, plenty of energy. Guardian Squad again some damage there on the Chaos Lord.
We have won ourselves a victory point. We do not die. With this I honor the valor of the
Wraith Lord advance forward, now being upgraded for Wraith Boned. Get Wraith Boned. Sorry. I just love those references.
Stand against any enemy.
We do have the Force advancing forward. We've got quite a bit of force here by the Chaos Lord. Raptors could jump on in. Chaos Lord could use Let the Galaxy Burn. The letters being good distraction. We also got grenade launchers upgrade on the Heretic, so he's not eyeing that for rituals. Squad can go for rough knockback grenades relatively soon. This gets some good damage in with the assault rifles. But Galaxy Burn does knock down those forces. Love's now raining on in, or sounding off. Plague Marines gain some damage down the Wraith Lord. Chaos Marines gain some damage there. Bloodletters are falling back. More grenades around in, forces back that Ranger Squad. Bloodletters will keep out with as little as 10 health. While the Plague Marine models do detonate, knocking back all those forces.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
And the Plague Marines will escape on out there. Archtarch will fly away into the VP. And also Raptors going to be eyeing to decapture this point as well. The Chaos Lord has lost quite a bit of VPs, because last time I checked he had 500. Now it's 188 to 290. Chaos Raptors now trying to engage the Farseer in glorious melee combat. Ruins are Weeping reduces the cooldowns of all Farseer spells by 25% and also increases energy regen by 1 per second. Not bad. Just become a bit more of a spellcaster. More Fortune, more Doom. Doom! Sorry, I also like my Futurama references. Rangers and Wraith Lord advancing on forward. You could use Wraith Bone to top off the health of the Wraith Lord. It does get a bit of passive health regen as well.
The foul forces of chaos are in sight.
The Chaos Lord has plenty of energy right now. What you can do with it's up to him. All about right precision at this point in time. But the Galaxy Burn does get some knockbacks there. The Farseer has plenty of health of energy as well, so it looks like both players maybe have enough energy for the rest of the game with their remaining income. Guardian Squad, Howling Banshees, Rangers.
Forever we serve the craft world.
Everything's here for the Farseer. Grenades are raining on in. Knockback grenades are firing. Another. Oh, actually, the Archtarch's being redeployed. I didn't realize the Archtarch went down. That's my bad. That was forced back all those squads thanks to the Archtarch. Last time I checked, the Archtarch was capturing up this point. Did she use the recall ability? Got the Wubs raining on in. I do not see the carcass of the Archtarch. That's a Howling Banshee there. Sorry I missed that. It actually has a bit of veteran seats. That must have been a recall, right? Maybe I'm just going crazy. Chaos Raptors catching this VP. We've got the Rangers and Guardian Squad advancing on forward. It does get some damage with these forces. Raptors do jump away. You know, if you do have now the Farseer trying to decapture this point. Farseer receiving a bit of damage there. And all the Farseer is falling back. Does use ability right there. We do have the Guardian Squad being upgraded to Spirit Seer, the Warlock leader. Does see a bit of damage there. Warlock has not, or Wraith Lord has not utilized the Wraith Bone ability to get healed up. That's definitely. Wait, the Farseer is enough for an Avatar War, right? Am I mistaken? But that should be enough for the Avatar War. Oh yeah, definitely more than plenty. We got tier 3 for the Chaos Lord spell. May want to go for some Terminators, honestly. Got left the Galaxy Burn not activated there. Bitch charging in, trying to tie up the Plague Marines up in melee. Chaos Raptors receive a bit of damage as well. May want to get melted guns with him at current rate, just get some more anti-vehicle weapons. And now the Raptor Squad receive a bit of damage there. Plague Marines do fall back in time. The Howling Banshees get completely annihilated in that engagement. Now we got the healing ability being activated by the Wraith Bone ability there onto the Wraith Lord. Wait, the Archtarch is coming back in again. And she's still vetted as well. That had to have been a recall, right? I don't think I really seen people use recall. And now we do actually have the Melta Gun upgrade there onto the Raptors. Very, very nice. Does get another missile hit there. Jumps on in, trying to get engaged there. Seeing some good damage there. Let's do the reduced movement speed there. The Wraith Lord can be pursued by the Raptors. Melta Bomb does connect. And there goes the Wraith Lord. A lot of losses there for the Farseer, but with the Avatar War, she needed to use the Avatar of War as an aggressive tool and use the Guardians and the Rangers to just go around capturing the points. Those are your capping squads, while the Farseer and the Avatar War should just advance forward. Why not use the Farseer to capture the squads? Armor Fortune can be applied to the Avatar War, as well as Doom to help out the Avatar War. Now we do have the Avatar War does get the cast there and hits his own Rangers. Raptors do jump away in time. Now we've got Chaos Predator. With the Avatar War on the field, he may want to go for the Zinch variant. Something a bit more of a hard counter. Grenades raining on in. They won't do much to the Avatar. Got assault rifles and the Bloodlords jumping out forward. Melter Bombs does connect from the Raptor. Does get rebuilt the Aspiring Champion there, getting an extra model with the Melter Guns. Bloodlords do teleport onto the high ground there, trying to perhaps either capture point or engage the Rangers. Looks like they're going to engage the Rangers. Ooh, that was a good cast there, that Cone of Death. Falls back all the squads, barring the Chaos Lord, who can eat these hits. Has been upgraded the Blood Maul as well, which does also grants a sweeping Doom ability, so more Doom. He can fight his opponent's Doom with Doom. Bloodlord's not trying to decap at this point. And now do you have that cone being cast on in? And does... question mark? Teleport away? No, they're pretty damaged, so they did receive damage for that. Chaos Predator being pulled on the field, not taking time to be upgraded. The Chaos Lord also has enough red points for his Chaos Portal. So he may try to nuke the Avatar War. If he gets a hit there with the Plague Marines, then call in the Chaos Portal, that may be a good combination. Maybe combined with a Melter Bomb with the Raptors. Seer Council now pulled on the field. I think it may have been pulled off red points. Bloodlords do fall back there. The Chaos Lord is now down below 100 tickets. His opponent has 188. Chaos Predator received some hits there from the Avatar War. The Heretics need to get over and return up. Speaking of which, we do got the Seer Council engaging the Raptors in glorious melee combat and tying up his anti-vehicle assets right there. Raptors do jump away. All the other forces may just want to fully withdraw from the region. Is there the Melter Guns? Nope, we do not see the, not Melter Guns, Plasma Guns onto the Chaos Marines. Avatar War does get some hits there. Chaos Predator has to be very careful. Chaos Lord is falling back with minimal health. The Cone will hit the Predator tank. Predator tank needs to get on out of there, receive some extra damage, or will be getting some, may receive some damage. Soon there's going to be a triple capture in favor of the Eldar player. Getting out a Fire Person support out his Avatar War, very nice. And he's going for the Khorne variant. I think the Zinch variant will be better in this situation. Getting some much needed repairs onto the Predator tank.
We are losing a victory objective.
There's a triple capture against the Chaos Lord. Make that double capture, but he does not have a whole lot of tickets left. Down to 38, 36. He's counting down quick. He needs to decapture this point as soon as he can. The Heretics need to decapture it up immediately. He does not have time for a full repair. Fire Person does get a good hit there. Fire Person is relatively a glass cannon. And now the Heretic Squad are decapturing that point there. He does have a single capture favor, greatly prolonging how quickly his demise is. But right now he's about to get overwhelmed in that sector. Chaos Predator will go down, getting Melter Bombs there. He does get a good hit there. He needs to pass the Chaos Portal in this region. Bloodlords needs to go down. Chaos Portal needs to go up in this region. He has plenty of red points. He has over 800, nearly 900. Avatar War does go down. Charge jump from forward. Chaos Portal. Oh, no, he already counted down because he didn't decapture this point in time. This Android saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I assume he decaptured that point. I guess that Cone from the Avatar War got him. Yep, it was this one here. Since we just did a replay with that one, let's switch over to another replay. Let's see how the Imperial Guard does versus a Space Marine, whether it be Ordo Malleus or Blood Ravens. I suppose not necessarily Blood Ravens, but blood. I cannot speak, can I? And the music's not playing because I forgot to do that little trick of mine. The trick I'm referring to is I have to back out the main menu, let the main menu music play, and then I can open up the replay. Watch. Now the music can play. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod replay. Spawn on the south side as Lord of Commissar, who's bald. We have Taco. Spawn on the north side as the Force Commander, we have Sparky. What type of skin is this for the Chaos Lord Commissar? Is he really bald? Yes, he is. No, that's actually just that bald or blonde. Now we really can't have to tell. Oops. This basically has far as much can zoom in. Yeah, that's bald. Though he actually looks a bit older, so maybe some old skin? I don't know. Imperial Guardsmen, they have hats. I'm pretty sure I saw those worn by the orcs. So that's where the orcs got them.
Signal received. New orders. Enemy space marines right there.
Sentinel does get pulled out on the field. Nope, he does not decapture that point in time. Does get activated last moment. Got the Tactical Marine Squad now pursuing the Sentinel right there. Over here, we do have the scouts cover those points there. We have pretty standard build openers from both sides. Sentinel versus Tactical Marine Squad, but we usually see extra squads by now from either side, but we don't. Tactical Marine Squad does fall back, so has all of its models, so minimal bleed. It's going to take a bit of downtime to get him healed up. Imperial Guardsmen have not been upgraded to Sergeant upgrade, so they will get, especially even more so, get ripped apart by the Force Commander. Lord of Commissar may need to get over here and start in that Force Commander, start firing on the power node there. And the Imperial Guardsmen do get inside. There's a garrison there. Apparently there's a garrison right there. It blends in quite well, honestly. Which is good on Map Maker, making the stuff blend in. Now, more we'll look at it, now I see imperfections. For example, it's just slightly off center, isn't it? Now you see it, now you can't unsee it. I do not get the power node, receive bit damage there. Tactical Marine Squad and Force Commander now pursuing the Sentinel, as you see quite a bit of damage right there. Imperial Guards or Artillery Spotter now pulled on the field. Interesting. We got Assault Marines on the build queue as well. And these Imperial Guardsmen and the Lord of Commissar are trying to deactivate this power point now. This power point's activated, but no generators spawn field. We got two generators spawned up by the Lord of Commissar. And you got the Tactical Marine Squad now engaging the Imperial Guardsmen. Imperial Guardsmen pulls back, they were already quite wounded. And now the Lord of Commissar will get tie him up melee, gets a good special attack there, preventing any more melee attacks and retreating back Imperial Guardsmen. We got the Artillery Spotter here. I don't know how effective Artillery Spotter is in melee versus scouts. I wonder if they're actually equal. I honestly have no idea. But it does find that Tarantula Sentry Gun there. You're seeing quite a bit of damage and will be... Oh, almost gets wiped out. Down to 18 health, 12, 8, 7, 5, 6. Sentinel could potentially turn around and gun him down. He's very wounded. Okay, that's the Tactical Marine Squad. The rest of the scouts will actually escape on out there. Lord of Commissar decaptured the right side. Over here on the left side, we got the other points being captured up by red. And now we got Cajun Devils now upon field. A very good all-purpose, all-range squad. Able to support and attack.
That's a strategic point.
Probably one of the best tier 1 units in the game, honestly. The Cajun Devils. We got now the Tactical Marine Squad advance forward. Going to get some good damage on the Imperial Guardsmen, repairing up the Sentinel. And the Tactical Marine Squad does fall back. Assault Marines are here as well.
We have an edge for now. A power node. Roger.
First power pylon does go down right there. And now we've got the Assault Marines jumping out forward, gain some good damage there onto the Pure Guardsmen. Pure Guardsmen do fall back there. We do have now these Lord Calls are activating his shield generator. Now got the Assault Marines jumping out forward, knocking down the artillery spotter. And now we've got the Tactical Marine Squad receiving a bit of damage. Sentinel sleep private fire, but does get saved right there. Passion Devils and Cold War Columns are trying to get some more damage retreat, but neither of those squads have dropped a model. The Force Commander hasn't really dropped a whole lot of models. Maybe he'll drop 2 scout models, hasn't he? I don't think he's dropped any other models, if I'm not mistaken. Sentinel needs some repairs. There's Imperial Guardsman, still no Sergeant upgrade onto him. If you don't really want to use the Imperial Guard squad all too much, I would still recommend go for Sergeant. It does actually add in quite a bit of damage and health, as well as reduce reinforcement costs.
So the generator is online.
Given just reduced reinforcement costs, it will pay itself given enough time. Catch Devil's now trying to capture this point there. Assault Marines do jump on in, knocking back the Cashin Devils. And now the Cashin Devils receive a bit of fire there. Artillery Squadron bringing a Mortar Strike. Does get a good hit there. Shock and Blast also suppresses these forces there. Though the Cashin Devil squad does fall back now, just getting overwhelmed by too many squads. We could potentially see something more of the mortars being brought on in as well.
Upgrade order received. Proceeding. Go ahead, sir.
Mortar Commissar's shields now down, does fall back now. And no models drop on the Tactical Marine Squad as well as the Assault Marine so far. Artillery Squad does get inside the garrison. Imperial Guardsmen and Sentinel gains good damage there. I'm not sure how many generators have picked away, but all additional generators are down right there. We've got 2 generators over here still, so there may have been, excuse me, there may have been 2 over here. Scout Squad captured that point. We've got Tier 2 being researched by both players. Assault Marines and Tactical Marines are now trying to engage this force. Assault Marines could jump on in with initial jump. Let's get a good knockback there. Sentinel has not been upgraded to Stomp either. So the Sentinel will need to run away. Gains some good damage down the Sentinel. It's starting to fall back. Cash and our Imperial Guardsmen will receive some punches there from the Scout Squad, getting minimal damage, and the Sentinel will escape on out of there. He probably could take it all the way back home, get some repairs, while the Imperial Guardsmen get some much needed health regen. Imperial Guardsmen, they do have to start to upgrade. They're quite damaged, so they need to stand nearby HQ a little bit more. So it's probably knock out 2 birds, 1 stone. Getting repaired up and healed up.
You know we're ready.
Do now have the Force Command advance forward, as well as the Tactical Marine Squad.
Putting this. I am reset. Go ahead, sir.
Lord Commissar has been upgraded with the Compare Pace armor, in reducing the cooldown and injury cost Inspired Courage, as well as giving some health and health regen. Force Commander currently upgraded with nothing. And wait, that's Tier 3. We got fast Tier 3 for the Force Commander. He does, I don't remember the exact red points cost for Terminators, but he's definitely pretty far away from that, so maybe going for a fast Predator tank would be a good idea. Got Grenade Launcher Barrage there. Artillery Spotter could potentially get another Mortar Strike. Catch Devils are out of energy and a little bit low in health. They do have all models still alive, does fall back right there. Now I've got the Mortar Strike there onto the Scout Squad. Getting 1 of the models killed there, as we got the Lord Commissar getting some slices on in. Ogre now being pulled on the field. Imperial Imperial Guardsman, really fortunate, gets a bit of damage there onto that power generator, and now the Lord Combo is falling back. The Force Commander is down to minimal energy, but he may have something queued up. Terminator power armor. That's one way to get a Terminator out. We got the Force Commander Terminator not being deployed on out. Power generator does go down right there.
Getting in fast as we can, sir.
Terminator Force Commander. That's one reason why he didn't get upgrades as well, because you lose all those upgrades. Becomes a brand new squad. I'm pretty sure it can still get veterancy with the new squad, or is it locked out of veterancy? Nope, I don't see a level there, so he can't get any levels of veterancy. Terminator Force Commander now deployed on the field. And this will tell his opponent what he's gone for. Do not have the Ogrun's advance forward, trying to get some damage there onto the Tactical Marine squad. Tactical Marine squad does fall back. The Assault squad could turn around, get a knockback on the Ogrun's, allowing the Force Commander Terminator Force Commander gets good hits on in. Do now the Force Lord Columns are fully kitted out with the Power Sword and with the Aura Discipline. Aura Discipline giving some great health regen, but the health regen doesn't work if he is that lying on the ground eating dirt. Now the Ogrun's are now knocking back the Assault Marines there. It does fall back there. Didn't drop any models. Assault Marines not being upgraded. Melter Bombs. Maybe trying to hit that against the Sentinel there. Not really needed at the moment. He could go for some Vanguard veterans as well as Stern Guard veterans at the moment. Your Guard squad does fall back. The Scout squad, since he has some heavy units on the field, should just go around and be the capping squad. Assault Marines are pretty good at capping though. Melter Bomb does connect. It does do significant amount of damage. 200. And now down to 31, 21. Still alive. He needs to focus, get some hits on the Sentinel. The Sentinel could be even gunned down by these small arms fire. Unless the Sentinel will stay alive. Artillery spotter guard capture some sectors. Ogren and Lord of Commerce are advancing on forward. Ogren's advanced forward, getting some damage there on the scouts. Assault Marines do get a good jump right there. So we got the Sergeant upgrade there on the Tactical Marine squad. And also the Sergeant upgrade there on the Assault Marine squad. Mortar Strike from the Artillery squad does get a good knockback there on everything. Lord Commodore against finish on the Assault Marines there. Force Commander, Terminator Force Commander has an upgrade. Lightning Claws. Gets some great damage there on the Ogren. Ogren tells the Bonehead Sergeant, all the 4 models still alive. Receive a massive special attack there. The Force Commander Terminator has plenty of health. Not down to half health, but still a lot of health. Now I've got Melter Guns onto the Tactical Marine squad against Ogren. That's a good item. Against Imperial Guardsman General, not really needed.
Enemy force commander attacking.
Good attack there on the... what's it called? On the Artillery spotter. Remember, the Force Commander, Terminator Force Commander can retreat, unlike regular Terminators. Speaking of which, he perhaps fully retreat now, or teleport away at least. But these forces engage in the power generators. And the Terminator Force Commander does actually fully get swiped out. Assault Marines jumped on forward. Assault Marines get some great damage there. Does get a shock and blast onto the Assault Marines. And the Casualty Devils need to fall back. He does have the Artillery spotter inside the garrison. I suppose the minimal windows it has, it's not half bad position for it.
Understood. Upgrading tech.
Lorcom's has seen quite a bit of damage there. Level upgrade there onto the Artillery spotter. And now the Force Commander does, or the Lord Commissar does fall back there. Terminator Force Commander still on the ground. He has a bit of red points stored up, and there is the Terminator Force Commander redeployed. Do not have level 3 Bastion now being put on the field. Artillery spotter may get wiped out right here. He's not really paying attention now, is he? artillery squad does get wiped out there. Ogrins smashing these Tactical Marine squad. Knock out the Terminator Force Commander, teleporting forward. Get some damage there on the Ogrins.
We are winning this one, sir.
Over here, do have these points being captured on up, and now do have the Ogrins falling on back. Catch Devils trying to capture that point there. Grenade launch barrage knocking back the Assault Marines, at least just the leader, the sergeant, and the Catch Devils do fall back there.
I trained for this day.
Sentinel unupgraded, not even with a stomp yet. And all these forces are falling back next to him. And again, he's maintaining minimal losses there. We've got quite a bit of resource stockpiled up. He may be going for... Honestly, maybe even going for a Land Raider. Let's take out one of the power generators there. He has plenty of power, probably for the rest of the game. Now the Guardsman squad does fall back right there.
Glory is loyalty perfected.
Lord Commissar and the Ogryn advancing on forward. This point's being decaptured up. Scouts do get some damage there on the Lord Commissar there.
These guys are tough.
Reinforcements are here.
Both players have gotten tier 3. We may be seeing a Baneblade variant as well being put on field. So we may see Baneblade versus Land Raider.
Sir, the advantage
Sentinel trying to decapture this point now. Premier Force Commander just needs to get into melee range, and that Sentinel won't last long. Terminator Force Commander still has plenty of health, trying to charge down the Imperial Guardsman. Will tie him up in melee. Takes out one of those models there. You know, if you're now got the Ogrins advancing forward with the Casualty Devils. Got the Tactical Marines in a good position. Scouts unupgraded, and now we do have a Lehman Russ being deployed on the field. He's pretty close to a Valkyrie run. Where do all the rockets go for the Force Commander? Oh, that's what we now have got Assault Terminators now pulling on the field. Scout squad gets annihilated. He actually needed that squad there for camping. And if he actually gets the Tactical Marines upgraded to Star Guard veterans and Assault Marines upgraded to Vanguard veterans, then the Terminator Force Commander would be in the primary port slot again. Ogrins getting overwhelmed by the Assault Marines. Terminator Assault Squad, I should say. Assault Squad does get a good hit there with a Melter Bomb. Well, maybe he'll finish it off this time. He's really going to be focusing it. Imperial Guardsmen do fall back there, and the Sentinel does go down. At this moment in time, the Vanquisher Cannon's probably not really needed on the Lehman Russ. He's fighting against a lot of stuff at close, nothing at range, so maybe just the Vanquisher Cannon, of course, will allow him to maintain range, but maybe a good idea to go with the Executioner Cannon. And do we see the Vanquisher Cannon? That just is a little bit more reliable, just maintaining max range, that's for sure. But of course, he's fighting against teleporting units. Terminator Force Commander does receive a hit there.
right. Yes.
Now we've got the Ogrins advancing along the flank. Border Commissar in this region. The VPs are in favor of the Commissar, but currently has to capture against him.
I love it when my plans come together.
Imperial Guardsmen here to support the Lehman Russ. You may see a Melter Bomb there. And the Terminator Force Commander has back up with the Assault Cannon, which does keep the Power Fist as a sidearm, which means he should be reasonably effective versus vehicles with his melee attacks. That's why he's punching him. Let's get some hits on the Assault Marines. Assault Marines did not throw any Melter Bombs from that Lehman Russ. Over here, it looks like the Lord Commissar is falling back. Terminator, or Ogre advance forward, and Lord Commissar does go down there. Trying to deal with this Platform Marine Squad. Let's get some shots there onto the Lehman Russ. The Lehman Russ is taking more damage than the Terminator Force Commander.
Processing the land's request.
Happy to be of service.
Enemy force commander attacking!
Rear Guardsmen, the upgraded plasma guns, which is actually a good upgrade versus the Space Marines, since they're fighting against a lot of heavy infantry. And now we do have a Predator tank being put on the field. He can keep it as a regular Predator tank. It wouldn't be half bad to go for a las cannon Predator just to make sure that Lehman Russ goes down. Though he does have other anti-vehicle assets he can always deploy on the field. Cash Devils now eyeing to decapture this VP. Assault Marines to jump on in, knocking back the Cash Devils. Lehman Russ is now being repaired by the Imperial Guardsmen. No longer being repaired by the Imperial Guardsmen. Now, Predator tank now upon field, ready to engage Lehman Russ. Lehman Russ is engaging the Predator tank, though they both get distracted. Let's get a good rearm hit there, as well as the las cannon hull mount. Multiple good hits there on that Lehman Russ, who's not been upgraded in armor plating just yet. Rolls a distraction shot there on the Terminator Force Commander in pursuit of that Predator tank. And the Predator tank's back in the corner, does get a good hit there. And there goes the Predator tank. Let's get some rear armor hits there with the Terminator Force Commander. We may see a melta bomb onto the Lehman Russ. Let's get interrupted there by the Assault Marines as well. And we got some melee hits away from death for the Lehman Russ. The Assault Cannon getting some good damage in as well. And there goes Lehman Russ.
Here, let's get to it.
Both sides lost a lot of resources. Got quite a bit of resources stored up by the Lord of Commissar. He may be eyeing for a Bane Blade. I think our regular Bane Blade variant wouldn't be half bad. Storm Lord wouldn't be half bad.
Sir, we found the enemy Space Marines.
And the Lord of Commissar still has some time to play around with resources and tickets. We got the Sarge upgrade on the Cash Devil, getting him a melta gun. Could be useful versus these Terminator Marines. Now got the Ogryn advancing forward. Knock back down the Ogryn as well. Cash Devils engaging the Assault Marines here. Ogryn's do knock back those forces.
Have the target in hand.
Assault Marines, of course, can't be knocked down like that. Imperial Guardsmen advance on forward. No columns are upgrade. And now we do have the Ogryn squad falling on back. Terminator Assault Squad received quite little damage there. Terminator Force Commander still at max health. And now do you have another Predator tank on the build queue.
Sir, we are here to serve.
Do you have enough red points for a Valkyrie run?
It takes more than that, I say.
Ogryns do not have the Bonehead Sergeant anymore, so we need time to reinforce that. Or research it, more like.
We are ready to proceed, sir.
Now do you have the Lehman Russ advancing forward? And take out the PowerPoint. Fresh Predator tank now pulled on the field. He's ready to engage that Lehman Russ. PowerPoint node does go down. The Space Marines still need a bit more power. The Lord Commissar has enough power for the rest of the game. Lehman Russ and Predator tank now engage each other. We've got the melta bombs there onto the Lehman Russ. The Guardsman could try repairing up the Lehman Russ there. Try and back around the corner to keep it safe. Bishop's getting some hits there. Onto the Assault Marine squad. The Imperial Guard squad is inside the garrison right there. Needs time to get out and repair. Casual was falling back, severely wounded, and there goes the entire squad. Lord of Commissar getting forced back by the Terminator Assault Marines.
We need all the help we can get.
Now got another scout squad being pulled on out, trying to eye for some repairs.
Cannon upgrade underway.
Reinforcements are here. We're here. Let's get
Sir, our advantage is slight.
Trying to get some repairs.
Upgrades complete.
Ogrins have been reinforced with the Bownet Sergeant.
Acadians are always ready.
Here guardsman still have the plasma gun. And he just needs more requisition, has plenty of energy, 500 energy.
Standing by for orders. We are ready to proceed.
Lima Russ has been repaired a little bit, not entirely. Rear tank being repaired up as well.
Detected.
Lima Russ did not fire off a shot there, and Lord Commissar is trying to get to the point. Find some shots there. Ogren could advance on forward. Could be upgraded the Bullgrin if he so chooses. Good hit there. Lord Commissar receive a hit there. Does use the shield generator, not actually capture the point at the moment. Lima Russ received quite a bit of damage there. Assault Marines do jump up forward. Got the Imperial Guards here to support. Ogren trying to bash down that Predator tank there. Melter Bomb has connected. Let's get a good hit there with the Lehman Russ before getting tied up with the Melter Bomb there. Predator tank down to 20 health. Assault Marines trying to rip apart those Imperial Guardsmen. Mace, the rear armor of the Predator tank is exposed. And now we've got a missile launcher upgrade onto the Tactical Marine Squad. Ogren Squad does fall back there. Lehman Russ only took 1 more point of damage. He said it's there. He may go down to that missile hit there. Does escape the next missile hit there. Predator tank and Lehman Russ may find each other. Does get body blocked there. Fires a shot on the wrong side. Predator tank trying to line up a shot there. And does take out the Valkyrie run. And misses the Lehman Russ. Not Lehman Russ, Predator tank. Imperial Guardsman does fall back right there. Going for another Lehman Russ.
Sir, we are here to serve.
Ogren and Commissar trying to eye for this VP once again. Just got the Terminators just camping this point at the moment. It's going to take a long time for the Scout Squad to repair up the Predator tank.
Let's get to it.
Glory is loyalty perfected.
And now the Lord Commissar is eyeing to capture this point. The Predator tank could advance a little bit farther forward, at least the Tactical Marines and the Assault Marines.
Sir, we
Lehman Russ advancing forward. There's of course the Melter Bomb from the Assault Marines as well as the missiles from the Tactical Marine Squad. Ogren now engaging. Does throw a Melter Bomb there. And now I've got the Terminators advancing forward as well. Here Guardsman trying to capture this requisition point there. It does get some good damage onto the Ogren. Ogren will need to fall back relatively soon. So the Assault Marines are pretty wounded as well. Good hits there onto the Lehman Russ as it starts patrolling through the region. Terminator Assault Marines advancing forward, trying to get some hits. And now got the Lord of Commissar receiving a bit of hits.
Acadians reporting for duty, sir.
Terminators and Tactical Marine Squad does fall back over that VP. The Ogren's now being reinforced there. And right now this point has been neutralized, but it's only souls out.
There is no glory. We are ready to proceed, sir.
Imperial Guardsmen advance forward trying to take out this point, but there's still a sizable defense force there. Keeping this distance there, Lehman Russ still need a bit of repairs. Predator tank has been fully repaired.
Order, sir.
No upgrade there on the Lehman Russ. Missile launcher does hit onto the Lehman Russ there. Lord Commissar advancing on forward.
Cannon upgrade underway.
Now we got a second Lemur Russ now pulling the field, trying to get some good damage. Over in the base of forward. The Lord Commissar could eye for the VP. Missile does connect onto the full grid. Imperial Guardsman eye for the VP there. Now do got an Executioner cannon. But it's there onto the Tactical Marine Squad. Pretty close to going to get wiped out entirely. Executioner cannon gets good damage there, and the Tactical Marine Squad does fall back entirely. Let's get some good damage there. Oh! And look at that, the Executioner cannon does go down thanks to the Assault Marines there. Lord Commissar pushed right forward, got some good hits there on the Lemur Russ. Another Predator tank on the build queue. Tactical Marine Squad almost wiped out. Not being reinforced, now it's being reinforced. But will get wiped out right there. Lord Commissar needs to call back there. There goes Lemur Russ. Do you have another Predator tank on the build queue? This point was captured up for a moment, giving Blue a slight ticket advantage, but that will change.
We have an edge for now. You know we're ready.
Ogre and Imperial Guardsmen advancing back to the center of the map. Now there's two Predator tanks on the field. Scout Squad, unupgraded, but just probably primarily being used for repairs at this point in time. Predator tank maybe will get some good shots onto the Imperial Guardsmen here. The Force Commander Terminator does get some damage onto them.
So that's 100 points.
Now just trying to capture the point there. The Assault Cannon only does damage, doesn't necessarily get... Oh, that's an Orbital Strike now, isn't it? Does tie up some of these forces up right there. The Imperial Guardsmen will fall back in time. And it looks like all those forces are now falling back, barring the Terminator Force Commander. The Lord Commissar does have enough red points for his own Valkyrie run.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Imperial Guardsmen, Commissar, and the Ogryn trying to advance forward. The Ogryn can do some good damage there to the Predator, but they will have trouble keeping up with him. They don't have the Bone Sergeant at the moment either. And right now, Blue is rapidly decreasing in tickets. Scouts right here. Keep that Predator tank top off health. We are seeing an upgrade of extra armor. The other Lemur Russ, his current Lemur Russ, has been upgraded with the extra cannon, getting some extra range. Let's find a shot there. Marines do jump up forward, knocking back the Ogryn there. Does get a melted bomb onto Lemur Russ now. Now looks like Lemur Russ evades forward. And the Valkyrie run, somewhat successful at hitting his own forces. Yep, that was annihilated some old Imperial Guardsmen. Imperial Guardsmen are down. One of the Predator tanks is destroyed. Ogryn gets great hits there. Lemur Russ is about to go down. So is the Predator tank. Predator tank fires a shot there. It does not take out the Lemur Russ there. Predator tank does go down. We've got neutral VP right there. And the Ogryn squad is falling back. Does lose everybody except for the Bonehead Sergeant. And now do have another Imperial Guardsman deploying on the field, eyeing for some repairs on the Predator tank. But the scouts have pushed forward to capture that point. And soon, there's going to be a double catch against the Imperial Guards player. He immediately needs to get this Imperial Guardsman to recapture this point. He does not have enough VPs to play around with this. And the Assault Marines advancing on forward as well. Nope, he does not have time to repair. If the Assault Marines capture the point there, that is going to be the end of the game. The Lord Commissar has cast some GG. And that is the end of the replay. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Now let's head on to some 2v2s. And while the game's loading, I'm going to stretch my legs for a moment. Ah, there we go. Got it back on the main menu, let the music play. And that way the music's not bugged out. It's a nice mix of players and all these factions in this next replay. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod replay. Spawn on the top left side as the Eversor Assassin. We have Liget. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Spawn as his Lord Commissar ally, we have Zero Cry. Spawn as the biggest and the strongest, we have a foreign name. Spawn as the Hive Tyrant, we have El Aileron. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name either. Oh, sorry, I just saw your Rumble comments. Thank you.
You know we're ready.
I really wish there's time codes when it comes to Rumble comments, because I don't know how long ago you said that and I was not paying attention. My apologies.
Allies have captured a requisition point.
We do now have these Strike Squad advancing on forward, Imperial Guardsmen being plotted out, looks like, and the Sentinels advancing on forward. Overall, looks like pretty standard build orders for everyone. We got 2 Poison Stormtroopers, 2 Imperial Guardsmen, 2 Shooters, and 2 Hormiguns. Oh wait, 2 Hormiguns? Not 2 Termagants? Okay, that's a little bit less common. We got a gate here, Imperial Guardsmen do a little deployable cover there. Suppose to shove all your people behind that. Lord Commissar is advancing forward, trying to tie up the shooters there. More shooters advancing on forward. And up here, just movement around. The other blue player is in the center of the map. Imperial Guardsmen engaging the biggest and the strongest. And now we do have the War Boss seeing bit of damage there. Over here, we do have the Lord Commissar hacking apart these shooters. Now got the Hive Tyrant trying to eat the Strike Squad. The Stormtroopers engaging the Hormigons. The War Boss has received quite a bit of damage there. It does fall back in time, but keeps the War Boss selected while he retreats on back. He should have plenty of help to retreat on backwards. Strike Squad engaging the Hormigon Squad. Both the Hormigon Squads are falling back, and got the Hive Tyrant engaging the Eversor Assassin forces and does fall back himself. Lord Commissar falls back to minimal health. The War Boss does escape out of there. And when they shoot us down to 2 models there, Sentinel received quite a bit of fire. Imperial Guardsmen have been upgraded to Sergeant. Only one of them though, the other one has not. I do have a heavy weapons team now being plotted by the Imperial Guard. You also got a Purgaton squad. I've been told that's not Purgatation, but Purgaton squad not being plotted on the field. Got the Power Trainer not being plotted on the field. And the Imperial Guardsman does fall back there. This one does not have the Sergeant upgrade. And the remainder of the squad is going to stand and fight. Sentinel has not been upgraded to Stomp, so we're going to see a full retreat there. Lord Commissar advancing forward to engage the Slugger right there, and the Slugger squad is falling back. May receive some hits there, and we've got also the weapons team there. Over here, got the Strike Squad advancing forward with the Hormigons advancing forward with the Termagants along the flank. Eversor Assassin will see some hits there from the Termagon, and we got the Inquisitor Stormtroopers in the back line. Over here we do have the Lord Commissar charging forward, seeing the damage there. Shields up, shields down. Pain Boy out in the field. Eversor Assassin now advancing forward. Hormigons receive a bit of fire there from these various forces. Purgaton squad, Aslo Strike squad making their way forward as well. And now we do have a Ravener brood now plotted in the field, as well as some Storm Boys in the build queue. Or is that Ludas? It's Ludas. Description's Daka. Needs more Daka still. Oh, and the Purgaton squad does scorch the earth right there. Does get a bit of damage on the Eversor Assassin. Thus the Ravener brood does knock back all these forces, forcing them all back, allowing the Hive Tyrant to help secure up the region. Okay, now we do have the Sentinel turn to get to this point there. Some sort of upgrade got cancelled for the Lord Commissar. And now the Sentinels are receiving some repairs on the front line. Pain Boy trying to inflict pain, not to treat pain though.
Sir, our advantage is slight.
You captured that point there. Every weapons team now set on up and now falling back right there. And now do have the Slugger squad being upgraded to some Burnas. As Imperial Guardsmen needs to fall back at some reinforcements. Down to 3 out of 9 models there, so not a whole lot. Multi-last turret here. I'm not a big fan of multi-last turrets. I don't feel like they just do enough.
Been down out here.
Let's do it.
Imperial Guardsmen now trying to repair up the Sentinel once again. Get some more power generators out. Got a nice line of them. Over here, just the one Synapse generator. And we've got 2 generators over here. And we've got 2 generators over here.
Ready.
Sentinel is now fully repaired.
The generator is on.
And the War Boss is falling back. Now he's being upgraded to Boss Pole, which signifies him as the biggest and the strongest boss.
Requisition points been acquired by our allies.
Lewis in good ambush position there. Will gets a good suppression. Both those Imperial Guardsmen there. Annihilates the... Wait, that Sentinel was at full health. What the hell just happened? Luda Squad getting annihilated right there. The Luda Squad needs to fall back. The Luda Squad may go down, but... What just hell just happened to Sentinel? Wasn't it at full health? Luda Squad gets wiped out. Hormagaunts see a bit of damage there. Of course, our Stormtroopers engaging the Hormagaunts in melee. The Hormagaunts are eating them at the moment. Now, do you have the Evisor Assassin being upgraded with the Eviscerator Axe, which actually is not an axe I've seen people upgrade it. This powerful axe grants the kill zone ability, increases the melee skill and melee damage of the ally of an allied infantry. It also have 50 power melee DPS.
We have an edge for now.
Evisor Assassin does get hit by a crippling poison from the Termagant squad. Hive Titan has been upgraded to extended carapace, grants a charge ability.
Go ahead, sir.
Lord Kalmazar giving the run around to these forces. Got a Sentinel here. That is a fresh Sentinel as well. Of course, the other one went down.
Received. Proceeding.
Argatin squad and Strike squad advancing forward. Fang. I'm not sure what that means. Flang. If your guardsmen do get knocked back by the stomp of the War Boss is now falling him back. Burner squad advancing forward. We've got the Hormagaunts in the back, flanking the Lord Kalmazar's forces. Both the Heavyweights team and the Imperial Guards are falling back. We'll see a bit of losses in the retreat, but he will escape on out of there with all those squads.
Message received.
Crystal Stormtroopers advancing forward. Strike squad. He may just want to be a bit not aggressive since he sees how many forces he's fighting. Someone was fighting against. Another Synapse generator being plotted here. Purgatin squad does fall back. And now everybody has tier 2 in the build queue. Just the War Boss is going a little bit late with his biggest and the strongest tier 2. Grenade was thrown, knocking back the Hormagaunts. Hive Titan is charging forward, knocking back the Inquisitor Stormtroopers. Ravener Brood is getting knocked back by a grenade as well. And we still see the cast there from the nearby squad. And now got the one Inquisitor Stormtroopers falling back, the other one's now falling back as well. Evisor Assassin forcing back the Hive Tyrant, and we have the crippling poison there on the Evisor Assassin. If you're a Guardsman, try to repair up the Sentinel. We got the Frag Missile Launcher upgrade. Very nice.
Now we've got a chance.
The War Boss is falling back,
The requisition point's in trouble.
and the power paintball is catching up to some of these other sectors. Lord Kalmazar has been upgraded with the Flak Jacket and replaced Inspired Courage with Inspired Terror, allowing him to execute enemies. That's also increased the max health. I do have now Lord Kalmazar receiving some fire from the shooters. They've been upgraded with both the Knob Leader and the Daka 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 upgrade, or the big shooters. Daka 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 is the Mech Boy upgrade variant. With our Stormtroopers advancing on forward, we do have the Sluggers advancing along the flank. We're seeing a bit of fire there. Strike Squad in pursuit, getting some damage onto them. Sentinel gain some damage on in. So Stormtroopers trying to get some more damage on these forces. Hormagaunts and Termagants on the flank. We do now have a Zonothrop now put on the field, as well as a Weird Boy. And we now do also have a Purifier squad deployed on now as well. Zonothrop is advancing forward, trying to find engagement over here. We do also have these forces engaging down here. Just throwing some, just skirmishing around. Looks like the Ordo Malleus players on the base forward, trying to get some damage on in. Trike squad does get knocked back, as well by the Inquisitor Stormtroopers. Purifiers and Purgative squad now being put on the field, gain some damage over here. He does get Scorching Earth right there, gains good damage. Eversor Assassin getting some slices there on the Hormagon squad. And looks like all the Hive Tyrant forces are falling back. Still got the Termagants back line. And these forces trying to push their way forward. Those forces do fall back there. Looks like a lot of dead Imperial Guardsmen here. He sells both those squads alive. Looks like he may have lost that fight, but we do not have the heavy weapon scene being pulled out right there. We got a Tyrant Guard now pulled in the field as well. The Purifiers could be able to do some damage versus Tyrant Guard. Not a massive damage, but some damage. Strike Squad does force back this force. I got Artillery Tower now going up. And Melter Bomb does connect onto the Tyrant Guard. Purifier's not trying to deal with the Tyrant Guard there. Unable to really withdraw properly. He's going to try to potentially charge away. We've seen some damage there. Holding down the last moment. The Eviscerator actually won't do enough damage there. Trying to scorch Earth there. I think that was a bit of a Weird Boy bomb there. And looks like the Order Malleus players falling back and will save his Tyrant Guard. The Exo Assassin may go down there. And no, he should be able to escape out now there. Though the Sentinels are going to see some damage. Does get the point to be captured there. I don't think he has a stomp upgrade to run away with, and now the Sentinel's down to minimal health and should be able to get gunned down.
We're losing a requisition point.
Heavy weapon scene now being pulled on now, gains some good damage on these forces. Heavy weapon team suppressing down, they shoot it right there. We've got the Zonothrop firing away.
Let's do it.
We've got these points being captured on up. Shooters receiving a bit of damage there. The Zonothrop is still firing away. He gains some great damage on the heavy weapons team. Needs to fall back sooner rather than later. We've got tier 3 being researched by the Hive Tyrant, and we've got Cadian Incursion Squad being pulled in now. So it looks like the Imperial Guard's already got his tier 3. Imperial Guardsman gains some good damage there. Got one more squads of Imperial Guardsman here. Both upgraded to the Colmazar and annihilates that. Was that a Hormagon or Termagant? It was a Hormagon. The original Hormagon. That's a mine drop there. And the heavy weapon team needs to fall back. Crystal Stormtroopers advancing forward. Purifiers and Strike Squad advancing forward as well. Gets a cast there on those forces that are falling back. The Weird Boy is flying out of control, so he must have been wiped out by something. I didn't realize how low health it was. And the Weird Boy does detonate way over there. Now got another Pillar Tower there. Hive Tyrant and Tyrant Guard and Ravener Crew still on the front line. Hormagon's trying to engage the Strike Squad. Termagon's still in the back line. Does the Melter Bomb hit down the Tyrant Guard once again. Hive Tyrant's falling back entirely. Ravener Crew does knock back the Imperial Guardsman. And now looks like Tyrant Guard is trying to hold down, heal on up. We'll see some overcharged plasma gunshots. Hitting Cartridge Squad being upgraded with Sergeant and has been upgraded with grenade launchers. Stick bombs, however, raining on in from the orcs. More grenades raining on in from the stick bombs to get some good stun grenades. And I always think that's a bit of a seizure warning for those stun grenades. Let's get some damage down the Tyrant Guard. Well, in the Imperial Guard squads needs to fall back. And it looks like one of the, I think the Ravener group one probably got wiped out there. At least that was it. I'm not sure what got wiped out. Grenades are raining on in. We got the more stun grenades are raining on in. And now we've got, I'm not sure what ability that is. Something from the, oof, we lost the heavy weapons team. Fist of Brachus. That gives, Legendary Power Fist grants this none shall fall ability, inspiring the infantry. They with no models can die while the duration. That's a powerful ability, to say the least. But they still take health damage. Lord Kalmazar needs to fall back, seeing a bit too much damage right there. Here's a shield there. That's being upgraded, the Emperor's Wrath. Get that, what that one is. Is that the Basilisk Barrage one? Let's find some of these landmines there so I can clean up the landmines. Find some more of these landmines there with his Nob leaders. He has 2 squads of stick bombers. Somehow this multi-laser turret, last turret is still up and going. Let's get some knockbacks there. We've got some grenades raining on in. There may be stun grenades. Yep, they are stun grenades. Imperial Guardsman fans forward, trying to get some damage on the shooters. Now we've got the regular stick bombs raining on in. Lots of stick bombs. Getting some great damage there on the Imperial Guardsman. And the Kading Karcher squad. Most of the Kading Karcher squad, there's most of the members of the Kading Karcher squad right there. Just a sergeant that's running around. Oh, does find some landmines there. So still these landmines here, knocking back this entire force. Shooting back the entire force right there, but needs to fall back. He's a little bit too wounded, a little bit outgunned. Now got the Inquisitor Stormtroopers and the Purifier squad advancing on forward. More grenade on hits are right there, but stun grenades there. Now I got a Nernthrope squad on the field. More mines right there, more stun bombs on the Purifiers. More stick bombs there, trying to hit the Kading Karcher squad, so there's all the members alive. More knockbacks there. And right now the Purifier squad is receiving quite a bit of damage there. Kading Karcher squad still fighting away. Got knockback there. We've got the Purgative squad trying to get some hits there. Tyrant Guard is still alive, but that's a fresh one. No level of efficiency whatsoever. Nernthrope finds some landmines there, but can only be knocked back by it. And now we got the Pain Board receiving a bit of fire there. He's going to upgrade the Cyborg implants. I'm not sure who he upgraded it on. Sluggers or stick bombers getting some damage there. More stick bombs raining on in. It's a stun and high explosive. Grenades raining on in, forcing them back. Getting some great damage on those Imperial Guardsmen there. The War Boss advanced forward, no additional upgrade to the War Boss. Shooter's still firing away, getting some good damage on in. And now the stick bombers are falling back. Now being upgraded, trying out some Gene Stealers. Right now, Red has less VPs at the moment, but overall it looks like Red has more force out of the field. Lord Kalmazar is eyeing for something big. He may be eyeing for a Baneblade variant. Good knockback there by the Kading Karcher squad. And he's still trying to get some hits on the multi-last turret. Getting some damage over there. We've got these forces advancing on forward. The Tyrant Guard and the Nernthrope are still in the region. And we've got the Pargaton squad upgraded with the Conversion Beamer. And now we've got Daisy on the build Q4, the biggest and the strongest. So Stormtrooper gains some hits actually at that point there. Lord Kalmazar does go down. And now got the Air Source Assassin does fall back, so unable to revive the Lord Kalmazar. More stick bombs raining on in. I think there's more landmines being brought in as well. Good stun grenades there. Also stuns his own Pain Boy. Grenades raining on the Crystal Stormtrooper. Here, Guardsman fans forward, trying to get some hits there onto the Slugger squad. Stick bombs and shooters are in this region, suppressing down one Imperial Guardsman. And now do have the Storm Lord being pulled on now. Here, Guardsman advance forward. We've got more stick bombs raining on in, trying to hit these scores. And now we also got a Voldemort Razorback squad on the field. Oh, they changed the icon a little bit. Now it has a glowing blue turret. Like if it has like, I don't know, like that eye shimmer thing. I don't know. That's a stupid reference. That's what I can describe it though. Stick bombers received quite a bit of damage, but I was getting some good damage there onto the Kading Karcher squad. Kading squad needs to fall back. Charging forward as well. Voldemort Razorback, same bit of fire there. Kading Karcher squad is full retreating. Should be able to skip on out of there. There's our Stormtroopers receiving a bit of fire there. Guys getting a multi bomb onto the Tyrant Guard there. Start hitting focusing down the Tyrant Guard there with the Watermark Razorback. Crystal Stormtroopers advancing forward. The Purifiers are getting some hits there onto the Hive Tyrant. And does got another Milk Bomb there onto the Tyrant Guard. Tyrant Guard does go down there. Hive Tyrant's almost going down, so Hive Tyrant does go down there as well. Ravener Bird, same bit of fire. Now got Daisy. Maybe able to crush the Conversion Beamer. Yep, knocking back the Conversion Beamer there with Daisy. Watermark Razorback could get some hits there on the Daisy. There's no Stormtroopers in the back line. Got the Ravener Bird receiving a bit of damage there. And the Ravener Brood does go down there. Daisy's now being loaded by the Stick Bombers. The Pain Boy does heal that Stick Bombers. And now got the Purifier squads falling back. Daisy still has plenty of health remaining. Now got some Commando squad being put on field, and now got the Storm Lord being put on field. Watermark Razorback still dancing around at maximum range. His primary weapon is deceptively strong, honestly. The Pain Boy received quite a bit of damage right there. Daisy's going to be forcing back the Watermark Razorback. And now we do have the Lord Commissar capture point. Yep, the Empress Wrath is off map Basilisk. Termagant's receiving a bit of damage there. Stormlord is advancing on forward. Has a lot of extra barrels there. And now we've got the Artifacts of Venom Cannon getting some great hits down the Voldemort Razorback. Voldemort Razorback looks like it escapes onto there. Crystal Stormtrooper needs to take time repaired up. The Lord Commissar, I was going to say, Wild Bunker, Repair Bunker will be very useful for the Stormlord. Allow him to really plant in. Is that the foot of Gork? Holy crap.
Halt your progress.
I am not sure what that was.
I have found our day's allies.
Imperial Guard Squad has those ultra models, but less than 20% health. Conversion Beam and Melter Bomb to connect with card effects there. Daisy still in freedom. Stormlord advance forward, Imperial Guardsman as well. Looks like he does knock back the Conversion Beamer a little bit. More Razorback still needs some extra health there. And there goes the card effects. Daisy's still firing away against good hits there on the Imperial Guardsman. Stick bombs raining on it, stun grenades primarily. War hits there. Daisy's getting some great work done with those wounded forces. Got the Slugger Squad advance forward, trying to overwhelm the Painting Cartridge Squad with Melter Guns. Painting Cartridge Squad with Melter Guns receive quite damage. Daisy still has plenty of health. Voldemort Razorback has prepared a decent amount. Orc forces falling back, pushing way forward, trying to deal with the various forces there. Trying to find the rear armor there, trying to overrun the Conversion Beamer. Does overrun the Conversion Beamer. The turret is not hitting the Voldemort Razorback. Gene Stealer's in the back line now. Eversource has some getting some hits there. Does get another bomb there onto Daisy. Now we do have the steamrollers right there, charging forward. Gets Melter Bomb, like, nope. Now it's slowed down by the Melter Bomb. Daisy receiving quite a bit of fire there. And Daisy does go down, but now got rocks raining on in. Maybe a little bit too late for rocks, but does get some good damage on these forces right there. Heading the Cartridge Squad seeing some fire. Stormlord receiving some clear splash fire. And Red's now down 4 tickets.
Baneblade ready for new orders.
This point's being recaptured up, and when this point's recaptured, that's going to be game.
Men seem to appreciate it.
Nerve Throat
Point acquired by our mates, sir.
now falling back. 2, 1,
Good show,
and that's
sir.
game.
Victory.
And that is the end of the replay. This is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Shame that Daisy died. Daisy's probably the least deployed out of all the super units. Maybe the Land Raider Phobos. Though recently I've been seeing a lot of Daisy. Do know as well, leaving the replay of 2v2s tend to take a long time. Why? I don't know. It just does. There it goes. Let's see now. Are these the same players? Let's just do this one. Different players for the time being. Though it looks like almost a mirror matchup. All depends if there's a lot of Ordo Malleus, Space Marines. Let's see. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod replay. Spawn is the bottom right side as the Farseer. We have a foreign name. Spawn as the Tech Marine. We have El Bandolero. Spawn as the Force Commander. We have Demonos. And spawn as the Apothecary. We have Zero Cry. So not even any Ordo Malleus. We have 3 Space Marines and a Farseer. Also got standard build over for everybody. Tactical Marine, Tactical Marine, Tactical Marine, and Howling Banshees. We do have second scout for the Force Commander. Pretty standard, but the other players, I'm not going for another unit at the moment. We may see Rangers or a Guardian Weapon team or some Assault Squads or some heavy weapon, Devastators, that's the term I'm looking for. Apothecary has a bit of damage there, has used his heal ability, needs to use another heal ability relatively soon on himself. And it looks like this player is getting a little bit overwhelmed. Getting some pot shots on the Howling Banshees as they start hacking apart this power generator. Tactical Marine trying to tie up the Tactical Marine up in melee, and Farseer as well. This Tactical Marine squad is connected with this for a requisition point.
We are losing a requisition point to the enemy.
His teammates now trying to push down south. He's basically pushed and captured up entirely up north. Now captured the central VP as well, so looks like Grid's going to take an early VP lead. And now got the Tech Marine and the Tactical Marine squad and gain some good damage onto that Tactical Marine squad. The second squad of Tactical Marines being plotted by the Tech Marine. And the Guardian squad does force back the Force Commander. Got these forces advance forward, trying to get some damage there on the Howling Banshees. The Howling Banshees make a soft retreat away. Farseer's been upgraded the Spirit Stones. And now we have the Howling Banshees, Tactical Marine Squad, and Tech Marine Squad advance forward. Let's get all these guys in the garrison. There's a lot of windows here, so it could be a reasonable fight from. Though he's still surrounded by 2 players, so it's not as great though. We do have these Tactical Marine Squad engaging the Force Commander. Force Commander does force back the Guardian Squad. We got all the Scouts and Tactical Marines now pushed way down south. And Red's garrison will hold. Blue has 2 Howling Banshees here. It's a little bit unusual. Howling Banshees are powerful, but they tend to be glass cannons. Scouts just soft retreating away, trying to maintain the maximum range. This Tactical Marine Squad is starting to get overwhelmed by these forces and does fall back now. Up north got the Scouts engaging the Scouts. The Scouts do win. And starting to get some damage there on the Scout squads. Over here, do you have the Scout squad being overrun by the Howling Banshees. Devastator setting up, gets a great suppression there. And now got shotguns there. I was half looking for the Sergeant there to throw a grenade. See them throw a grenade. Let's get a shotgun blast there. Does get a nice grouping with damage as well. Another Scout squad advancing on forward, trying to get some damage on it. This one's not being upgraded, some of the other players as well. And now looks like the Farseer will overrun the Devastator. Down south, the Guardian Squad does get forced back there. Does throw a possible grenade there, knock back one of those models. And the Apothecary should be able to get a good heal out on himself or on his teammate. He's pretty wounded. As regard to the customized storm motor not being upgraded with graded purification vials. It basically gives him an incendiary grenade. Tarantula Sentry Gun on one field, got a good suppression weapon platform. He can always be flanked by that line of steps there. But let's set up the angle to protect him from this steps as well.
There is no glory in pointless defeat.
Assault Marines jump on top of the Scout Squad, does retreat back in time. The Assault Marines could jump on top of the Tarantula Sentry Gun as well. Tactical Marines and Tech Marine trying to gun down this power generator. We got this powertrain fully maxed out. Got this one fully maxed out as well. The other power node is down here, in which Red has claimed both of them. No powers on either of them at the moment. Assault Marines will flank the Torrential Sentry Gun, but we got the Tactical Marines and Tactical Marines getting some good damage there. You got, it looks like the Master Graphic Boulder there gets a high powered shot there. Good try of the flank there. And now we got a Flamer squad deployed out by the Apothecary. And the Guardian squad does fall back there.
An ally has taken a victory
We
point.
do got a Scout Sniper deployed on the field. Let's get some suppression there. Grenade or Shotgun Blast knocking back the Tactical Marine there. He does have access to a grenade ability now. Scout Squad does fall back there. He may get some good hits down the retreat, but decides to engage the Howling Banshees, who do fall back early. All for standard fun there. Scout Squad receiving quite a bit damage there by the Farseer. And we've got Mastery coming out by Blue in this region. This Farseer may go down. No, she has plenty of health.
An ally has secured a power node.
Ready to serve, brother.
Trying to capture the southern flank. And we do have the Tactical Marine Squad running around. We've got the Torrential Sentry Gun getting some good suppression there on the Tactical Marine Squad.
The enemy is one of our tarantula sentry guns is under enemy.
Does get some good suppression on these squads there. Does heal himself a little bit. Very nice.
An ally has taken a victory point.
Does get a Shotgun Blast there. The Scouts could return in kind, or maybe throw a grenade on these forces. Tactical Marine Squads and Tactical Marine Squad and Tactical Marine are now trying to gauge this force. Down south, just trying to Blues just capture some sectors there.
Secured a power node.
Apothecary is quite wounded there. Got a Shotgun Blast there by the Red Scout Squad. Flamer Squad advancing forward, trying to get some damage there onto the Torrential Sentry Gun. Will get some good damage onto it. You may want to see Purification Vials there. Purification Vials was thrown. That only gets the Tech Marine. Apothecary needs to fall back sooner rather than later. He's so very wounded. And we could see a grenade there by Red. Good knockback there. Red's Scouts are over in this region. Got two squads of shotguns. And a Scout Sniper does fall back there. And the shotgun squads are not pursuing these forces.
The enemy is destroyed.
He's trying to capture these very southern sectors. Red just captured their requisition point with Assault Marines. And a Shotgun Blast does hit the Scouts. And does get a good snipe shot there from the Tech Marine. Grenade does connect there. Assault Marines do jump on top of the Scouts with shotguns.
A battle brother has fallen. Do not let the sacrifice be in vain. Research underway.
Ready to serve.
Oh, we got the full auto there from the Apothecary onto the Farseer. And we got the kinetic pulse there from the Rangers. We got tier 2 research buying all these players, though the Force Commander already has tier 2 and now going for the Razorback.
We are losing a requisition point to the enemy. An ally has secured a requisition point.
We got the Ranger Squad pushing way down south. Got the two Howling Banshees in the region as well. We've got Kinetic Burst there onto the Tactical Marine Squad with a Flamer. Devastator set out on up, getting a good angle there, forcing back both those Howling Banshees. And great grenade there, getting some great damage. If he would have pursued a little bit more properly, he could have eventually got a squad wipe. You know how they raise it back, moving around. Needs some good damage on these forces. Tactical Marine Squad behind some heavy cover there. Now we've got the Flamer Squad engaging, destroying all of these power generators. Force Commander engaging the Tech Marine there. Does get a good knockback there. Got the Scout Tactical Marine Squad on the high ground. Gets good damage on the Tactical Marine Squad. And the Force Commander will go down there. Tactical Marine Squad here is a little bit damaged. Receive a snipe shot there from the Tech Marine there, like that. Apothecary could push one forward, try to pick up the Force Commander. Razorback, scouts, shotguns, and we've got assault marines there with the sergeant. Pushing way over in this region. Assault marines jump on forward. Knock back some of these forces are currently camouflaged. Quite a bit of force there. Assault marines, I'm not sure what the assault marines are doing right there. Does spot all these forces there. Assault marines do fall back. Does spot the fire dragons as well. Oh, we got a whirlwind deployed on the field. I was like, that's not a Razorback, that's the Razorback icon. But we do have a whirlwind now deployed on the field. Farseer falls back there, see a bit too much fire there. Flamer squad. Librarian now deployed on the field. We upgrade the force staff there. Whirlwind barrage raiding on in. Off-carry needs to heal himself and fall back. He does not have nothing to heal himself. Let's get a caster with the Librarian. Back up the force wave being deployed now. Or force barrier. Knocking back all these forces there, gives good damage. Whirlwind does see some damage there, not a whole lot. Does teleport away the scout. The scout almost looks like it's going to face the wall there. And now the Devastator is falling back as well. Alan Beach is falling him back right there. And now got the Tactical Marine receiving a bit of damage there. Whirlwind barrage raining on in, knocking back the Tactical Marine squad. We got the barrage raining on in, forcing back the Librarian. Scout Sniper Snips region. Fire Dragons trying to pursue the Razorback. We got Whirlwind squad on both sides. There's a lot of line of sight blocks to the Whirlwind. And now got the Whirlwind counter barrage raining on in. Last can Devastator deployed on the field, trying to get hit on something over here. We've got multiple Whirlwinds now deployed on the field. I don't think you should go for more than one, in my opinion. They're a good knockback tool, but they're not like the highest damaging tool, are they? These are great knockbacks there. The other one should be off cooldown soon. Got a counter barrage raining on in. Their counter barrage is not that great. They're not anti-vehicle, they're anti-infantry, and more of a disruption, really. Last cannon Devastator does find good hit there on the Whirlwind. More knockbacks there. Plasma grenade was thrown by the Guardian squad there. Got Scouts and Shotguns advancing forward. Assault Marines jumping on in, trying to throw a grenade on these horses. Got global repairs activated by the Tactical Marine. Got Torrential Sentry Gun being put on the field as well. More knockbacks there. Razorback and Whirlwind push way forward. Got the Scouts and Tactical Marines base up north or south. Fire Dragons Guardian squad push way forward. So get some good damage there onto the Assault squad there. Both of the squads are currently suppressed by the Torrential Sentry Gun. Let's get a good cast there on the Scout squad. Let's hold back there. Great grenade blast there. It looks like the Librarian may have just went down right there. Yeah, it looks like the Librarian got wiped out there. Whirlwind barrage raining in from both sides. Tactical Marine squad does fall back there. This Whirlwind's pretty wounded there. Fire Dragons creep into the pursuit, knocks back there on the Howling Banshee. More barrages raining on in. Scout Sniper firing away. The Fire Dragons does get some good damage there on the Scout squad. Farseer receiving some damage there. Falls back now.
An ally has taken a victory point.
And that point does get deactivated. More Whirlwind barrages raining on in, trying to hit the Razorback. But maybe force fire on the ground, I'm not so sure.
I will not fall.
Brothers, return fire!
Tactical Marine squad seeing a bit of damage there. More rockets raining on in. Grenade Stone wipes out that squad entirely. It's hurts himself a little bit, but that's fine. Getting a full squad wipe with that. We do got the Webway Gate there. Does charge forward with these two Howling Banshees. One upgraded Aspect Strength, the other one's upgraded Aspect of Fleetness. Force Barrier pushing back all these Howling Banshees. Going to hit some of these Devastator Marines there. Devastator squad does fall back. Rangers getting some good damage there onto the Scout squad there, who's also falling back. Purification Vials, you see all the green below there. And the Apothecary does fall back as well. Howling Banshees gains a good hit there on the fresh Librarian. Librarian's receiving quite a bit of damage. And looks like one of the Howling Banshees, both Howling Banshees squads are falling back. Assault Marines push way forward. Oh, and that was a missile launcher hit? Wait, where did that missile even come from? Can Razorbacks fire against other vehicles like that? All of a sudden I just saw a direct missile hit. I must be going crazy. Oh, no, there's a Tactical Marine squad in the field. Maybe that was him? With a missile launcher? Nope, that would be hitting his own force. I don't know. More missiles raining on, trying to repair the Razorback and the missile barrage there. Good knockback there. Oh, there's another. Oh, so these guys can fire off missiles, can't they? Some more artillery raining on in. Looks like the Razorback does throw a smoke grenade on himself. Down south, Red is in support of a lot of these forces. Blazken, Devastator, and the Stormguard veterans with crack rounds will be very useful to hit some of these whirlwinds. A Librarian does spot the Librarian there, does use the Force Wave there, and does miss the Librarian in front of him. And he will knock back the scouts there. Does get a good special attack there with the Librarian. The cracked rounds will come in very handy. There's the Trench Sentry Gun there. Does get a good hit there with the last Ken Devastator. The other one could be hit there. He's starting to punch the Whirlwind. I'm not sure what that teleport was there for. I think he was in a good position there. Gonna find some cracked rounds there, getting some good repairs on in. It is, looks like it's going to be global repairs as well. The Trench Sentry Gun is one that's actually getting repaired up by the scouts. That's like all the Whirlwinds there, the crack rounds. Good knockback there on the Howling Banshees. More missile hits on these forces. Got these forces all suppressed, we see 10 damage there. And now got the Psychic Storm or the Warp Throw Gravity Blade, that's what it is. Levitation Field. Knocking back these forces. These forces are getting suppressed. Mo takes the base sentry gun there. Good purification vials, getting some great damage. Onto his own forces. Oshtark now trying to hit the retreating back Stormguard veterans, and the grenades more successful. Wiping out the Stormguard veteran like that is very, very good. Looks like the Apothecary has lost quite a bit of force, but he's going for tier 3 right now. As a Scout, Devastator, and Librarian. Razorback is still healthy, sort of. Got some good knockback rating on in. Fire Dragon upgraded the Dragon Scale armor, giving knockback immunity. Right now, Blue doesn't have a whole lot of tickets remaining, so Blue really is hard hitting his VPs. He does have a Whipway Gap there. That is a Assault Squad up there. Warren Barrage getting some hits there on the Howling Banshees. They need to fall back sooner rather than later. I think that's Psychic Storm being called in, yes. Has the Ruined Armor, the Gravity Blade, and Spirit Stones. The Tech Marine has the Mastercrafted Bolter, Artificial Armor, and getting for the Refractor Field. Force Commander's down, and still down. And the Apothecary still has the customized Storm Bolter and the Purification Vials. Force Commander's now eyeing for tier 3. The Apothecary and the Force Commander does have a decent amount of red points. Blue team, not so much. More grenades raining on in. We do got a missile. Oh, was that what it was firing off the missiles? Was the missile launcher turret? There's apparently a missile launcher turret on the field. Relatively rare asset. Warwind falling back. Arstark will get wiped out. Howling Banshees is ripping apart the Librarian now. They do fall back now. More missiles raining on in. Force Commander has been recovered. Not sure if it was resurrected or respawned. And now we've got the Assault Marines there, getting suppressed there by the Shuriken Cannon. Does come away. Down south, we have the Fire Dragons engaging these forces. We got the Force here receiving the damage there. And now got the Scout Squad falling back. Got the Guardian Squads firing away as well. Some missile launcher hits there. After Marine Squad with missile launcher received a fighter. Levitation relay does. Of course, the levitation field doesn't levitate these forces. Needs some damage on to lose. Assault Marines there. We've got the Terminator Squad out and deployed out by the Apothecary. And got more Whirlwind barrages right there. Terminators deployed out. Needs some melee hits there, and there goes the Whirlwind to the Fire Dragon or to the Tech Marine. Now there's only one Whirlwind deployed on the field. The Razorback has also gone down 1 point in time. Between which the Whirlwind just took a last cannon shot there, and then it's going down. All the Whirlwinds now down, so no more massive artillery barrages everywhere on the map every 30 seconds. Does force back that Scout Squad there. He's forced to push forward, and Apothecary looks like he will go down. It looks like the live Tech Marine now being upgraded to the Axa Mechanicum. There's a good knockback there onto the Howling Banshees. They do shine the faces though of the Assault Marines there. They do get a good attack, knocking them back. And the Farseers are falling back there. And now we do have the Heavy Flamer upgrade on the Terminator Squad. Starting to scorch the earth there where the Howling Banshees are standing. Fire Dragon schemes good damage there. Scout Sniper still alive. Guardian Squad can throw a grenade onto the Terminators. They do get a grenade throw, but they do avoid it with the teleport. Fire Dragon now seems some fire. And now we've got more Terminators being deployed out. That H Blade doesn't get deployed on the field. Now we've got second squad Terminators deployed out by red. So both the Force Commander and the Apothecary has Terminators. Guardian Squad does fall back there. The Architect in the field may wipe out the garrison, does take out the Apothecary inside the garrison. Now Tech Marine's falling them back, does get healed up a little bit there. Force Barrier push these forces back. Now got the Force Commander on to decapture these points. I saw plus 30 on him, not sure what that was.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
Plasma Cannon Devastator firing a shot, rolls and misses on the Terminators. Finds a good hit there. This Scout Squad against good spotting there. Plasma Cannon Devastator finds a close range shot there, knocking back those Terminators, allowing them to retreat them back. Now we've got the Scout Squad falling back. Got this massive force rushing forward, camouflage, trying to overwhelm the Terminators. It looks like they will be successful being overwhelmed, but does use the, not teleport ability, but the Psyker teleport ability, whatever it's called. The other Terminator Squad now seems to fire there. They do drag or teleport away. Now we do have some people pulling out right there. Is there more Terminators? There's a drop pod of Tactical Marines for the Tech Marine. The squad could be upgraded to Stormguard Veterans since it has no veterancy. Let's look at some of these Terminator models now. We're seeing private damage. Now sprinting away thanks to the Librarian. Purification files those connect there, and now we've got the Howling Banshees falling back. Plasma Cannon Devastator finds a decent hit there. And his Terminator Squad is falling back. Does the Levitation field firing or lifting? And he is starting to knock back the Tech Marine once again. It seems like Tech Marine's been knocked down so many times. Mars here does fall back there. Plasma Cannon Devastator shot rolls a miss.
Understood.
Plasma Cannon Devastator rolls a miss. Does get a good hit there. Another Force Barrier being deployed on out. Trying to knock back those Tech Marines, or Magic Marines, Terminators. Up north we do have, looks like the Assault Marines being engaged. I thought so squad-wise some sort there. Yeah, well, no, maybe the scout squad escaped through the webway. Let's get a good heal there, but looks like the Assault Marines may escape on out of there unless they brave the turrets. And it looks like the Assault Marines... Actually, yeah, the Assault Marines do glide around the ground.
Victory point secured.
The Scout Squad does get a shot there on the Fire Dragons. It's a good hit there on the Fire Dragons as well.
Target acknowledged.
Looks like these forces starting to get lifted on up, and they're screaming quite loud. I haven't heard a Terminator scream like that before. Got the Howling Banshees now trying to rip apart those Terminators. They do, of course, this is the one with the heavy flame emitter. Does just decide to scorch Earth with the Howling Banshees are. Knocking back all these forces there. Howling Banshees getting knocked back as well as the Terminators. We got this Stormguard Barons now getting some damage down the Apothecary. Apothecary's now down to half-o. All-Shark getting good special attacks there. Knocking back the Devastator Marines. Up north, you have the Terminator Force Commander capturing up that Scepter. By the way, there's a Terminator Force Commander out in the field now. Stormguard Barons and Librarians do receive a Plasma Cannon Devastator shot there. Marines do fall back right there. And the Apothecary looks, or the Farseer is down right there.
The enemy is outmaneuvering us.
Target acknowledged.
Decided to sprint away the Devastators here. Scout Squad receive a bit of fire. And looks like the Terminator Force Commander is going to receive a lot of Howling Banshee slices. And right now the Force Commander is being forced on back.
Farseer has regained consciousness.
Scout Squad against some shots there on the Guardian Squad. The Guardian Squad does fall back right there.
I tap the deepest wells of power.
Right now, Blue doesn't have a whole lot of VPs remaining, but right now capturing multiple sectors. This other one's not being touched by Blue. The Farseer has been brought back up, but may want to use Spear Stones on top of her to get more healing. You can use that on herself, right?
An ally has taken a victory point.
Yep, but should be able to fetch herself. His forces have been teleported forward by the Librarian. Does use Force Wave there to knock back the Howling Banshees once again. Terminators may get splashed by as well. Purification Vial does connect. Our Shark does fall back as well. Back to the Librarian gets forward. Does get a cast there. And now the Librarian's falling on back. Does teleport forward there. That's what the Devastator soft retreating as well. And now do have the Levitation Field now put on the field. Got the Fire Dragons and the Guardian Squads put on the field. Now you've got the second storm being cast on and got the webway blowing out Tech Marine units. Howling Banshees now falling back there. Plasma Cannon Devastator does get a good hit on the Apothecary, knocking him down. And it looks like the Devastator Squad got entirely annihilated there. Plasma Grenade now thrown, gets some damage there. Terminators still have plenty of health remaining. Assault Marines receive a bit of fire there as the Terminator Force Commander is still alive. And now got an Orbital Strike now because of an inevitable Cyclone missiles. Blue doesn't have a lot of VPs remaining, but right now it's still neutral. Plasma Devastator finds a hit down the Terminators. Assault Marines do jump on top of them. Looks like the Farseer does withstand a beating there. Does blow some for Seer Council now. And the Tech Marine has enough red points for his own orbital strike. That's time to scorch the earth below him, but he may lose that entire squad there to the Seer Council. There goes that Terminator squad. This other Terminator squad now seems to fire there. All-Shark's almost down. The All-Shark may want to fall back sooner rather than later. Got the Fire Giants pushed way down south. The Librarian may go down. This point is captured up by Blue. Now Blue's starting to count down. This point needs to be captured with the northern point. Nothing's going for the northern point at the moment. The Archtark does fall back there. The Seer Council gains some great damage there onto the Vanguard veteran. And now the 4th Terminator Force Commander is going to be next. Fire Dragons firing away as well with Guardian Squad and Blue. The Guardian Squad needs to start capturing that point. Or use the Fire Dragons doesn't get knocked back immunity. Cyclone missiles raining on in, but mostly rain far too far behind. They need to start to capture this point there. A1 Iron Pump northwest power point has been captured up by the Tactical Marine Squad of Missile Launcher. Scouts down here. I need to capture this point. We may see the Force Wave there. Now that's right now double capture against Blue. That's very, very problematic. Drop pod coming on down, knocking back the Terminators, but does not stop the decapture. Another Tactical Marine Squad there. They need to start pushing up north. We've got this Tactical Marine Squad trying to stop the Guardian Squad. Now Blue's trying to recapture this central or southern point there. The central point has been captured by Blue. Fire Dragons push way forward with the help of these Howling Bases. It does not have the Archtarch leaders at the moment. Was not one of them. But no, it's just the Archtarch, Exarch. Fire Dragons do fall back there, seeing a bit too much damage. Does capture the southern point there. One of these Terminator squads may get wiped out as well. Howling Bases do take out that Terminator as well. So only Valkyrie lost 2 squads of Terminators. Force Commander still has his Terminators. Librarian's falling back. Tech Marine Librarian. That central point will not be captured by Red. We have this Guardian Squad on go up north, trying to recapture that northern point. Librarian could potentially go down right here. Blue's one going to be counting down tickets. And Tactical Marine Squad soft trading wave do now have a Predator tank being pulled up by the Terminator Force Commander.
The enemy is claiming a victory point.
Up north, VP has... Oh, the central VP has been decaptured. Red's decaptured the southern VP. Got Dreadnought put up by the Tech Marine, but no, not by red points. He's keeping his red points up for the Orbital Strike. The other point has been decaptured, soon to be recaptured. Got a drop pod of Tech Marines here, or Tactical Marines. And we've got this Stern Guard veteran just camping this point at the moment. Terminator Force Commander does have a Power Fist as a melee weapon, so still does decent versus the Dreadnought. Scout Sniper and Terminator falling back. Another Force Wave, more Force Waves being plotted by both players. So got double capture in favor of Blue. Blue needs to maintain the captures as long as it can. Double and triple captures will really help him out because it will help them even out the points, as well as get them more room to breathe as getting points to decapture, because they cannot let any points, they can't lose any more points. Scout Squad may go down right there. Librarians seem quite a bit of use right now. Vanguard veterans advancing forward for Red. Librarian does fall back there. Blue Tech Stern Guard veterans trying to capture that southern or the central point there. Cyclone missiles does disrupt them. Up north, this point is just being captured up by the Guardian Squad. The VP is already secured up north. Predator tank just standing, shooting there, staying there, firing against the Howling Banshees. Blue starting to recapture central VP. Blue can still pull it out. Got Fire Dragons camping this point. So far, Blue has maintained great field control there, but the Terminator Force Commander is now here, so he's going to need to fall back to the webway. That's why you have a special attack there. Now got various forces here to engage that Force Commander. So Blue has a good solid grasp. They have triple capture, and Red's down to 33 tickets. Not a lot left, especially with a triple capture against them. They need to decapture 2 points now. If they don't decapture 2 points now, they lose. Fire Dragons are here. He needs to get both these points. Both needs to be tasked to decapture the point. Terminator Force Commander spent too much time fighting here, and that's going to be game. Blue will pull ahead and pull out a win. And that is the end of the replay. It's Antigrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And that may be my last replay for tonight. I'm getting a little bit tired. My sleep schedule has been off this entire time. So everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening and get some good rest. Enjoy.